Michael Maughan Hastings was an American journalist, author, contributing editor to Rolling Stone and reporter for BuzzFeed. Hastings became a vocal critic of the Obama administration, Democratic Party and surveillance state during the investigation of reporters by the U.S. Department of Justice in 2013, referring to the restrictions on the freedom of the press by the Obama administration as a war on journalism. His last story, Why Democrats Love to Spy on Americans, was published by BuzzFeed on June 7, 2013. Hastings died in a fiery high-speed automobile crash on June 18, 2013, in Los Angeles. Soon after Hastings' death, questions were raised about the crash that took his life. Former U.S. National Coordinator for Security, Infrastructure Protection, and Counterterrorism Richard A. Clarke said that what is known about the crash is consistent with a car cyber attack. He was quoted as saying there is reason to believe that intelligence agencies for major powers, including the United States, know how to remotely seize control of a car. So if there were a cyber attack on his car, and I'm not saying there was, I think whoever did it would probably get away with it. The day before the crash, Hastings indicated that he believed he was being investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. In an email to colleagues, which was copied to and released by Hastings' friend, Army Staff Sergeant Joe Biggs, Hastings said that he was on to a big story, that he needed to go off the radar, and that the FBI might interview them. WikiLeaks announced that Hastings had also contacted Jennifer Robinson, one of its lawyers, a few hours prior to the crash, and the LA Weekly reported that he was preparing new reports on the CIA at the time of his death. His widow Elise Jordan said his final story was a profile of CIA Director John O'Brennan. The FBI released a statement denying that Hastings was being investigated, at least not by the FBI, according to the FBI statement. This statement was incorrect as FBI had opened a file on Hastings already in 2012. Furthermore, on the day of the crash, Hastings came to his neighbor Jordana Thigpen's apartment after midnight and urgently asked to borrow her Volvo. He said he was afraid to drive his own car. However, Thigpen declined. One of the 8,761 internal CIA documents leaked by WikiLeaks on the 7th of March 2017 reveals that the CIA's Center for Cyber Intelligence has been exploring methods to hack into vehicle systems since at least 2014. As WikiLeaks noted in its release accompanying the documents, the purpose of such control is not specified, but it would permit the CIA to engage in nearly undetectable assassinations.